Hello and welcome to the Insaka Talk Show. Happy Sunday. I am here in the studio with my beautiful girl, Irene. Actually, she's supposed to take over, but we were quiet and we don't want to be quiet. Hi, Irene. Welcome to the studio.
No, welcome to the studio too. Thank you so much for that intro. Happy Sunday. It's a beautiful day today. I don't know. I'm sure it's cold, but it's a beautiful day here in Chicago.
I am feeling it too. I think we have an awesome day and we are grateful. It's a beautiful day. And what else? We are here with a nice topic. It's about us. But before we go any further, I would like to introduce our special guest. And this special guest is Irene's friend. So, Irene, I'll make you be an owner. Please introduce our special guest before she comes in.
You guys, like Winnie said, today's topic is amazing. So this young lady that is coming on the screen right now, she's a dear friend of mine. She's my young sister. She's somebody I've known for over 30 years here in Chicago. She's amazing and she's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful mother, single mother.
Yes.
So before I talk all these beautiful things, let me introduce you to Miss Chiku Nyumbu, all the way from Chicago, Illinois. Welcome, Miss Chiku.
Hello. Thank you for having me. I'm so humbled and honored to be with you amazing ladies. You guys, I love you.
No, we are truly, truly grateful that you took your time to come on our show and share your story with our stories.
Our joint story.
Yes, our joint story. That's the thing. You know what? It's our joint stories.
Yeah, so before we go in, first I wanted to say happy Sunday to all our fans. If you're watching us from wherever you're watching us, we love you and we appreciate you every time you watch us. Whether you watch us the same day or you watch us 2 weeks later, we still appreciate you because everybody's schedule is different.
That's right.
But feel free to subscribe, like, share, tell your friends about us. We're an amazing bunch. We talk about everyday things. You might learn a lot from us, or you might learn something you can share with your friend or your family member. So before we go into the topic, we have to share the community news because we want to know what's going on in our community. What's going on in our community, Miss Winnie?
So far in our community, we have Air Gala. We have the gala coming up. And this gala is going to be in New York City, New Jersey, Connecticut area. So if you guys, you are in, I'm looking for a flyer. So if you are in, please come and support us. We have Mr. Chilewan, Mr. Zambia is going to be in town. He's going to be our special guest. We have Miss Kwango, the Werewolf, she's going to be our MC. We have Miss Beatrice coming, Mainga. We're going to have people from the mission. But the whole point of this is our children, the Williamson Up Foundation kids, guys. We have taken so far, we have 2 graduating this December, and we have taken so far 4 in college. We cannot do this without you. Please come. And remember, when you're coming, you're just not coming to have a good time. Come with a change. Come with $5 a week. And that can help somebody to go to school. Come and support these kids. We have the information on that law right there going through. Please come to Williamson Up Foundation and be part of it. Be part of this movement. We cannot do this without you. And if you're always coming, if you're always supporting, please, Winaka, Wamilomba, come and join us.
You didn't tell them that I'm coming.
Oh, it's a surprise. I'm waiting for you to say it. Irene is going to be there. Miss Irene White is going to be in town. And you know what, Irene, before I even blew it up, I was talking to Henry last night. So Henry was like, Busheba Irene Bakesa. By Irene Gabalesa, Kunabari Sungire Win, Elokan, Dekelesi. I don't care what you do. Na lava sunga by Irene Benavanti. You have any plans? I want to go do your thing. Go be focused on your gala. By Irene Benagabasunga. Pick by Irene by airport. I was like, I got. No. I'll do it for you in Napa. Your guest will be my guest. And I was like, thank you so much. So I'm very grateful for my guests. You take care of all my guests.
I know he called me last night and he was telling me all these things when I was in Chicago. You guys took me here. Nice. waste your time. I'm gonna take care of you. And I said, then he said, the only problem I have is that short cousin of yours.
It should take over.
Better because I have my short cousin of mine. So you better tell her that I'm gonna pick you up. I don't want her stress. I said, don't worry, that one is my ride or die. Whatever I do, she rides with me. But thank you so much, Henry Mazaila, for doing that. I appreciate it. The next thing on our community news is, of course, Chile won Mr. Zambia. He's been performing. He's been
Visiting.
no, he's been visiting different states, and everybody that have seen him and talked to him, they are so grateful to actually talk to him. They said he's a very nice guy, and they love his music. So maybe in the near future he can come to America and perform. We never know. But if he's coming to any of these states, and you know the dates, please go and support the people that are doing whatever foundation they're doing on ground. Support them, meet him, say hi to him. You never know.
Yes, I think today is going to be in Dallas. So if you are in Dallas, make sure you look up in your community area, look up what they're up to, and then go there and support him. Thank you very much, Mr. Chile, visiting the whole states in New York City. I hope you are having a great time while you are here. I think we love you. You are in the good hands of Mr. and Mrs. Chilwa. I think that's it.
That's it for the community news?
We have some community news. I think we have this young lady who was in competition. I think Mrs. Zambia.
Oh, Miss Zambia. Why? How would we forget about Miss Zambia? Miss Zambia, you guys.
Miss Zambia Universe, yes.
You Miss Zambia Universe. You guys, you know what? We need to support our own. She is Miss Zambia, Miss Universe Zambia. Her name is Brandina Luguli, and she is beautiful. Her skin, you guys, her skin is flawless.
Stunning.
I know it's flawless. The first time I saw a picture of her, I was like, oh my gosh, she is so beautiful. Her skin is like milk and honey. Oh, you look like milk and honey. You go get them. Get that crown. Go bring it to Zambia.
I was going to say something about her. I love that, nowadays she's a model. I think she's 29 years old and she looks good. She takes care of herself. She has a career going on. She have a child as well. I don't know if she's married, but I love that, life has changed now. You can be a mother and go pursue what you love. So seeing her pursuing a modeling world, I should have gone back. I don't know what I was doing waiting.
Doing life.
It's never too late.
Jesus.
You never know. They might have.
I have something on my belly that I don't know how to take it off. So forget about that, Johnny.
You still got it. You can still do it.
What if they say Miss Universe single mom?
Oh, perfect. I'm out. I'm going. I'm going to lose the 40 pounds. And then we have our own going on in the city. We have our own Mr. Mainga. Mainga.
Oh my God, our guy.
Let me check that Miss Universe, Irene. Yes,
you know what?
Our own Mainga Sanderson. Mainga Sanderson just did an amazing work. His art was actually on CNN Entertainment.
Oh, wow.
We're going to have to bring him here for himself to come and talk about it, because I didn't make a dress. He made a dress. He made a dress. He talked about it. He did an awesome job. And just seeing our own at this point, I feel like right now, I don't know if it's only me. I feel like Zambia, we're doing well.
Yes, we're doing well.
Yeah.
And Mainga, if you're listening, please tell us when you want to come on the show so you can talk about. This is a big deal for Zambia. This is a big deal for you. And this is a big deal for all of us that love you and support you. So we want to hear you out. How did you feel? What was that moment like when you had to showcase a beautiful pink? By the way, I love pink. I might not wear pink, but I love pink for a reason. So that was a good color that you picked.
Way to showcase us on the international stage.
Yes, it feels good. It feels really, really good. Nice. Well, we're going to go, I think, on a commercial break. And then when we come back, I think, Miss Irene, when we come back, we're going to do the icebreaker. And then we move on to the next.
Dive in, Okay.
Okay.
It will be a very short commercial. Wait a minute, one second.
You need to watch this if you love making a difference while enjoying an elegant evening. What if one night could transform lives? The WM Hope Foundation proudly invites you to our 7th annual fundraising gala. Imagine a night in New York City's terrace on the park, surrounded by community, cocktails, and a gourmet dinner. Sorry for inconvenience you, we have changed from December 7th to November 30th Saturday, 2024. Please join us for an unforgettable evening with our special guest of honor, Chile 1 Mr. Zambia. Kick off the night with drinks and laughter at our elegant reception, then savor an exquisite dinner and enjoy the premium open bar, all included with your ticket. Every dollar raised supports our mission of empowering youth and transforming lives. Don't miss your chance to make a lasting impact. Purchase your tickets today through Venmo, Cash App, Zelle, or Zambia National Commercial Bank. For more details, call or email us. Seating is limited, so act fast. Join us for a night to remember with the WM Hope Foundation. See you at the gala. #WM Hope Foundation, #fundraising gala, #Chile1mer Zambia.
That's it for the commercial. We'll come back.
Thank you so much. You guys, I'm so excited about this Musonda Foundation, by the way, because it's my first time that I'm coming to the gala, so I'm so excited. But I know this is not why we're here. We're gonna dive in, but before we do that, can Miss Chiku tell us a little bit about, you picked this one. You picked this one, so you tell us why you picked it.
What's your most used emoji? And what might it say about you? So I had to actually look at my phone to see that. So I've got like a bunch of smiley faces. I think that everybody does. But then I have like a smirk. I have a smirk, and then the one that you
hit on your forehead,
like rolling your eyes. I'm like, I wonder what that says about me. But those are my two. I think I'm generally happy. I don't like being around grumpiness.
Okay.
But I'm always like side-eyeing people too and rolling my eyes underneath.
For me, I think I'm always, anybody that knows when I send a message, I put a heart.
Oh.
And sometimes I might not respond by words.
Yeah.
I'll just respond with a heart because I think I'm full of love.
You are.
And I always want to share that. So that's why I do what I do. I don't have the funny ones that everybody has. Every time I see one, like those emojis that are funny, I'm like, I should have that one. But I never get around to it.
Naturally.
I'm good with my heart. Yeah.
So I don't really send emoji, but I do send like heart ones. But what I get every morning from Brian, from the time like 4 years ago, from the time we met, every morning before I get up, or between the morning at 7 and 10, I receive the good morning, the affirmation that we do, and then with the hearts and flowers.
Oh.
Wow. That's the fiance, by the way.
That is beautiful.
I'm waiting for the ring. But right now, yes, I'm waiting.
No, we're owning it.
It's about to come. We are waiting. We are on it. Yeah, but so it's really nice to see that. And then sometimes I tell him, I get mad when he forgets. He said, baby, I was so busy. Oh, I forgot to send you flowers. And the other day he was teasing me, baby, I'm so sorry. The flowers, I didn't water them, so they are dry. Right now, I need to water them. Tomorrow you'll have them in the morning.
Emoji flowers.
Yes. Flowers, because I can't get them fresh every day. So those one I need to receive it. Like, how you not forget it? They're on your phone. So he goes like, I didn't water them. I'm gonna send them right now. I think by now they're blooming. So
it's the effort that counts.
Yes, but it's simple things that I never thought it was. Like it was cheesy and all that, but I think getting them,
Yeah.
it just makes it doesn't. And I tell him like, it doesn't matter what. It just makes me when I get up, me finding that in the morning. I was telling my daughter that if I can go back on my phone, you'll see. I'll just show it a little bit. And I think in our older version of growing up, you need to find that kind of person who just makes you feel like you are worth being seen. It's a lot of fun, but I won't show the messages. But you can see like this is every morning. You see them.
The pot and the flowers.
Yeah, like you see, like this is like every morning, like it with the conversation, you're gonna see like that's every morning, like every morning.
That's very good.
So sweet. That speaks of being thought about, though,
Yes,
right?
out here we talk later on. We can talk twice a day, but in the morning, I just want to get up to that. I never used to get up to that, so right now in my life, I was like, this is actually feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, you
I
guys.
don't
So
care what else, but that feels good.
yeah, that's very good. So today we're talking about a very sensitive topic, but yet very liberating. At least for me, it is because I'm a single mom who's very happy. I'm not grumpy. I don't blame anyone for being single, for being a single mom. I don't blame anyone. I'm not looking for sympathy or empathy from anyone. I think I got it. And so we thought all three of us are single parents, either by choice or by default or whichever situation it is. But there's people out there that are single mothers that will learn one or two things from us, get inspired, empowered, or just take it and share it with somebody else they know who's also a single mother.
It's on your side.
What happened?
I don't know. It was I think something on your side. It's fine. It's going.
No, it's not on my side. I'm not touching anything.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's the devil.
It's
The
devil is the liar. But anyway, guys, today's topic is solo parenting, the challenges and joys of raising boys. We said boys because all three of us have boys, but Chiku and Winnie, they have girls as well. As we talk, you guys can be inclusive. You can talk about your daughters as well. It matter. It's just that we put the boys first as a topic in the beginning. That's what we were thinking about. But this is to say our guest, Chiku Nyumbu, she's going to tell us a little bit about herself and how many kids she has and who they are and what they mean to her. So as we let's be mindful of time so that we can have time to like ask questions. And this is not like a debate or anything. It's just a free flow. Whatever you want to say, I mean, and say, hey, that's beautiful, or something like that. So without taking much time, Chiku, can you tell us a little bit about you?
Sure, I would be happy to. I don't talk much about myself publicly, but Irene knows my story, and a couple other people know my story. So, born and raised in Zambia, raised in Zambia and East Africa, and then found myself here. And my journey into single motherhood, I think, was the by default that you just said there. I was married for several years and had and I think maybe I'll disclaimer this with what you said too, Irene. I'm at a place in my life where I'm also not looking for sorrow, for pity, for
yes, girl.
No, I now own this is my story. It is what it is.
Yes.
You know? And so cheers. This is who I am, and this is my story. So married for a couple years, had a 6-year-old daughter at the time, and I was pregnant with twin boys. And in my 9th month of pregnancy, we lost my husband pretty suddenly to an aneurysm. And so overnight, I went from being in a 2-parent home with 1 child to being a single mother with 3 children, because my boys were born 2 weeks after their dad passed away.
Yeah.
So very challenging to navigate all of that. Very challenging to suddenly wake up and get used to what is this single mom thing. And I struggled with it for several years. But there's something about maturity and life and growth. I'm, in a place now where I'm loving my journey. It's difficult. It's difficult, but I love my journey. For me, being a parent, so like I said, so now my kids are, my girl is 17.
What?
She's 17, almost out of the house. We're looking at colleges.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And then the boys are 10, so
Yeah.
a good spread of them. And parenting is fulfilling. It's the most fulfilling job that I've ever done. And I don't know that there's anybody but a mom who this feeling of having a life inside of you grow and develop, and then they come out of the world and you're breastfeeding them and you're getting all the feels from that, and then they develop into a human being like that. There's nothing like being a parent.
I tell you.
Being a parent is difficult, and there's no and this is a parent, whether you're in a 2-parent home or in a single home, there's no manual.
No.
Right? I don't know if you guys found that too. For me, there's no manual. There's no one side.
Nobody told me that.
Right.
Pick them up and drop them up and pick them up and cook for them and clean.
Yes.
So whatever you do in your own singleness or home,
Yeah.
do it as you can.
That's the lesson, is you be the best mother. And I don't know whether this is like an African thing too. We tend to try to be superwomen, right? So you want to be career mom, you want to be a good wife or a good girlfriend, you want to be a good daughter, you want to be good in church, you're the one singing, and then you want to be all of these things. But I had to learn over time that it's not possible. It's
Look
not.
at this. Look at this.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. That's exactly it. You know, being a single mom is to be proud of being a single mom is an power.
So before we go any further, I wanted to say your journey was really bumpy, but seriously, for somebody that has known you for all these years, you've come a long way, and you don't show any of those bumps, which is good about you, because some people carry it over every time people are talking to them. They try and talk about their past and stuff like that. You don't. You just out through life. You're just pushing and pushing. Only if somebody asks you, want to share with them, that's when you share with them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, some people don't even know your story because you carry yourself so well. You're very bubbly and very, you're just a happy person. So people don't. That's the beauty about owning it.
Yes.
Own it. Because it bleeds through your children when you're very sad all the time, thinking about why me, why not you?
Why not me? Why
not you? Who are you? Why are you so special?
Exactly.
Maybe God chose you to be that single mom because He knew that you are very strong. You
and able. I could do it. Yeah. Yeah.
So I wanted to just
there are days when I would like a pass from God.
There's no pass for you.
But there's no pass. And you know what? It's okay, because let me tell you something about this God of ours.
Hey, talk about him.
I don't testify often publicly like I should.
You
but
should.
For every valley that I've gone through, the tools that He's given me to get out of that valley, completely,
Say that again.
I'm just like, I'm humbled when I think about like what God has done for me in my life, in my position as a single mother, to be able to look after my kids, to have kids who are healthy and who are happy.
Exactly.
Who last night we were watching all of us with comforters on here watching what's this daddy who was playing Tyson
Oh,
and the game was and those are the moments where I take a moment and I breathe it in. It's a simple moment, but to sit here with my kids and we're arguing about who's going to win and we're laughing, and it's not always like that, but those moments make the whole journey okay.
It's Winnie, you can talk about your parenting as well. And then after that, I'll share about mine. I'll just piggyback right on what Chiku is talking about movies and stuff, but you can go ahead. But my brain is very old, so if I forget, never mind. I'll chat something else.
Well, first of all, Chico, I just want to throw you and say thank you. You were sent to do this job.
Yeah.
Because if it's not you, then who? He knew that you were capable of doing it, and thank you for carrying. Because you're carrying God's ministry. Your husband had to go because he knew that you got it, and God was like, "She got it. Don't worry, you're coming. My time is your time here. She got it." So for you carrying his ministry, that's why you see everything that we go through when it shoots so high, and then you're like, "Yeah, did you just do that?" And then you're like, "Oh, I know."
His sense of humor sometimes.
Those things. Yeah. There are moments where something will happen or a series of events will happen where this led to that, and then there was this big success. And there's no way that
God did not play anybody.
There's nobody else but God who did that.
Yes.
I've had countless moments. When I look over my life, it's like there's a common thread.
Yeah.
Of things that he planted me here. I met this one. I did this other thing happened. So this door was closed, but that door opened. It's like it has to be God. There's no explaining it, but God. For me,
for me, it's like it wasn't by default. It's just like it didn't work out, and then we separated to go different ways. So I left. My son was 3 months. I knew that we're not gonna be together when I was pregnant. So I knew it on an early age. So from the time I was like, my baby was 1, I knew the day he came in, I knew exactly what it was gonna look like. Like I knew how it's gonna look like, but I didn't know how I was gonna do it. And I asked God, how am I gonna do it 2 kids? I remember there've been days where my son, when they get sick, when they're babies, you are home by yourself. You got to get up at night. You got to breastfeed. It was breastfeeding, and then go back at night. And then to make matters worse, when I moved into my apartment, he was 3 months. A week later, my dad died. And then I stopped breastfeeding this baby. I was like, I am not breastfeeding you. Boy, I'm crying, and you are crying, and I don't know what to do. And then my mother-in-law, I call my mother, no matter what, she old forever, my mother-in-law, my ex-mother-in-law was like, you gotta feed the baby. I'm like, I am not gonna feed the baby. I'm just, because I'm going into my world. And then I realized that when I was breastfeeding him, when you're crying and the tears dropped on him.
Yeah.
And then he took his hand. He was a baby, he didn't know. He took his hand and he did this wipe. He was a baby. And that moment, I told Winnie, you gotta put yourself together. This ain't happening again.
Yes.
Whatever that's gonna be cried, it should be cried by yourself.
Yes.
Because when I'm breastfeeding him, and God is so good, because it's like I could hear him speak. When you're breastfeeding him, he's listening to you, he's hearing you. It's not good for him. It needs you to come correct. What I did, I never whine in front of my kids. I never did. When I whine sometime I will, they'll hear me whining, passing by. But I will sit on my bed, I will put the Netflix, I have popcorn, and that's when I was crying. When they're going to bed at 8:30.
Yeah.
That's what mommies do.
Myself.
Yeah.
If I did that, my friend knew that I binge watched Netflix. I was eating popcorn almost every night. My belly got fat. I was like, What are you doing? Netflix and popcorn. You guys, I'm going somewhere and bring the kids here, Netflix and popcorn. I didn't care. But I was making sure they were fine all day. And I've come through it. I'm still in it, but I'm coming through it now. Because knowing that God has so much, He has shown me so much love. My son plays soccer. As you know, today I just soccer.
Yeah.
When I go in the field at night, 6:30, I'll cry. I'm like, God, what? I see the soccer the whole entire time. It used to be 5:30. Guess what? Oh, I'm tearing up. Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Don't get us all started. Some of us are not.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm tearing because this is what God does it. The soccer that I put him in, the league that he's in, it's a very special league because he's now 9. Well, last year when I signed up, the year before I was late. This year my friend said, go win, sign up. I was in Qatar. I was like, it's open. I'm like, we sign up. And then when they sign up, I said, 5 o'clock, how am I going to do it? Because before, my daughter would take him to soccer. And I was like, I don't want her to be taking him. It's my responsibility.
Yeah.
If the other partner decided no to, I'm not going to force you. I will talk about it, but listen, it's my responsibility. My son will go and do exactly what she did because my daughter was in ballet, which is, I'm going to come to that. So when I signed up, and guess what? The coach was like, guys, he asked the team, guys, what time do you think we're going to be practicing? Everybody's like 5:30, this and this. And then I was like, I think it's going to be hard. 6:30 works for me. I didn't know all these people in the group. These are single mothers. These are parents, double parents. People got all together because where he goes is a very high end.
And most of them, maybe the mothers don't work.
Most of them.
Yes.
And then guess what? They're whole, not even just for Rafik. They're whole about 15 clubs because it's one thing, but different little clubs. They said, no, I think the standard time will be 6:30. And guess what? It's not because it's a coincidence. I prayed about it. I wanted to make sure I am at the soccer field with my son. Guess what? I get off at 5:50. I drive home 15 minutes. I pick up my son. We are exactly by 6:30. We are exactly. It doesn't matter what time in the morning on Saturday, I'm there. And this is what that does. My daughter on the other end, she's in the nicest, best schools. I can't even sit down and start going there because I'll finish time. I really need to come in. She's in the best school where everybody takes them. You have to go there, do apply. Interviews. I asked these ladies, can you pray for me? We sat down, we prayed. My other team were fasting. Guess what? When I saw the letter, Aisha Kublenu, you are officially going to be at High Tech High School. This is one of the best schools. I can't even afford. I don't even know about it. When I went there and then I look around on the flags, I see Zambian flag. I teared up. I said, God, you knew exactly what you're doing. You knew that I didn't want my daughter to be just anywhere in the street. You took him to your best school where I don't have to worry. The bus picks her up and drops her up. And everything that God does it does it because he knows I'm by myself.
Yeah.
The other partner can be there. Listen, money and everything else is not what you need. The kids needs all this structure where it's supposed to be ABC.
Right.
And then without God to put into the A, and then I can do the ABC.
Can't feed the net, yeah.
It doesn't work. So every single day I pray. Even last night I was saying, my God, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? But guess what? It works so well that I smile. I have a man. I stayed by myself for 5 years. I didn't date. Nice boyfriend. And I am at the place where it feels so good. We have the Insaka Talk Show. The foundation is doing well. And I look back, I'm like, I think I wasn't going to do this if I was there.
Yeah. Yeah.
God needed to move me. So in my singleness, it's not all bad. It's a great thing it happened because God needed to make me stronger. And then for all those 150 kids we have on foundation, and for all those kids my brothers left, God knew that I was going to be single and doing it. Today, I was tearing again. If you go on my page, my nephew, my niece, my two nieces just graduated, going to grade 8. My brothers passed away within 2 months of time. I take care of those kids. So to see them in a gown, and my mother and my sister, that is, listen, talk about God. Nothing else. Just,
only God. Only.
I can go on and on, but I don't want to do it. I need to chase to that. Cheers to me.
I know.
Good job you've been doing, Winnie.
Okay, there you go. Before we actually dive in, this is for all single mothers in the world.
Okay.
Ah,
If you think of being single, it's a badge of honor.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
It's doable.
Handedly raising some fantastic children.
Yes.
If you listen to single women talk about the brave of their children, the success of their children, the laughter, the joys that they bring to the house, even the silly comments, just completes your day when you had a very bad day and then you come home and then you talk about how your day was. Like for me, my son is 23, so he can't talk about school. So he talks about, he calls it work chronicles. So he comes with different stories about his work chronicles. Today, this is what happened, and this is what happened. And he keeps sharing it with me because he doesn't have anyone to share it with, but he feels comfortable sharing it with me. 23-year-old, most of the parents that are 23-year-olds, they will be like, they are yanking their hair out of their head, wondering where their child is and all that stuff. I'm so blessed that I have, okay? Every day I speak to God.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I don't deserve him, but I do.
And talk about the most respectful, most gentle boy that man, now I can't even call him a boy. He's all grown up now. But just so love, so aware of adults when he's around them and your space, and so much love for his mom.
Oh my God.
Phenomenal job with him.
No, you were talking about movies. I always say at 23, I know I have some friends who say, Irene, even at 10, he does not want to be around me. You know? But for me, he's 23. He still has that connection with me. We watch movies together. We have dinners together. I don't do most of the things that any mother would do. All I do is work.
Awesome.
You know, work and cook. Of course, he can't boil water. So that I do. I give it to him. But, you know, he's that kind of a kid. I've raised him to respect things that he has in the house. Even when he was little, I made sure that I had breakable things, you know, like, you know, just sitting somewhere. And my friends would be like, you have a little boy, isn't he going to break it? I said, no, he knows the rules, he doesn't. As a single mom, I wasn't tough, but I was very conversational with him. I wanted him to understand, this is mommy, this is daddy. And most of the rules and ideas that I bring to the table for you and me, I might not be 100% correct. But this is what I know best as a mom. Is to teach you and to teach you the things that I know are gonna be harmful to you. But if I were to sit here and tell people that it's easy, no. Just because my son was easy to raise doesn't mean it's easy for everybody. I've been a single mom since my son was like a year old, because his father, you know, left. So he's 23. You can imagine, 23. I've raised him single-handedly, which means I have to work 3 jobs. I work 3 jobs, and I'm not afraid to do any job because I know it's going to bring bread and butter. And I always put God first because he protects me. Sometimes he protects me even when I don't deserve to be protected. Sometimes it's a situation where we don't have much. And I just say, God, you know my pocket.
Yeah.
It comes through.
Magic.
It comes through. And you know, I mean, you touch on a good point, the work, the heaviness of the work, the how emotionally and physically taxing it is to be. And single mothers are not out here weeping, crying, telling people this is what I'm going through.
No, we don't.
Look at us here. We all, I know,
Look.
but the reality
Look.
it's right. I mean, on the outside, we have it together for the most part.
Oh yeah, no. For the most part, the whole entire part.
For the whole entire part, we do.
Yeah, for the whole entire part. Are you kidding? Yes.
If only somebody doesn't know, then they'll be like, oh, especially for some of us, they'll be like, "Card." Like there's some people still call me Kawin, Kali Tumba. Yes.
Kahui.
Tumba.
Tumba.
Tumba Kawin. Muna enjoy coffee ne muntu. I know. I go through my own thing. So when I want to tumba, let me tumba.
Let me be.
Seriously.
No. I found for me some, I know we've talked about like the beauty of being a mother. And so to be transparent with our audience too, so there are things that come naturally to me. And for me personally, I'm like a girly, I'm a homemaker. I love nurture, and I love to cook, and I love people to come in and eat and drink and be happy. And so those are things that came naturally to me. And so when I was kind of thrust into this space, I realized that, oh my gosh, disciplining a child, it's not something that's for me. It didn't just come like this, Right? It didn't, like being a disciplinarian, being an educator, things that I thought that, I think there's a myth or misconception that all moms are out here just being good teachers. To be honest, that didn't come naturally to me. I will, pick up things after my kids all day. But the thought of, you actually need to teach them how to pick up their salt. That had to be called out for me. Provision, like and people think like being a provider is like financial. It's about financial. There's security.
Yeah.
There's safety.
Emotional too.
There's emotional. There's confidence, like building confidence.
Yes.
These are all things which here I am in my natural role of happy-go-lucky, warm, just come and be a nurturer. And then now suddenly I'm having to wear two hats.
Yeah.
That wasn't easy. For me, that's been a learning curve, and I'm still in it, and I'm still trying to figure it out. And so to be able to keep it all together, despite everything that we have. But my mom always tells me, she's like, you know what, you're like a swan, on the outside, like a swan.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah?
One of my girlfriend writing a book. I'm sorry to cut you.
Yeah.
Swan.
Yes.
And then I don't want to throw it in because she's gonna come here, and I think you should
I
come.
want to hear
But I will say a little because I've been reading the book. She was saying we are like swans. Swan can go in the dirt. It doesn't matter what dirt the swan is gonna go through. When she come out of the water, she's still gonna be pink.
Yes. That's a single mom right there. That's it.
And then I'm gonna share the book. I'm gonna share the book. It's a beautiful book written by my friend.
Please share it.
And she's gonna come in the show. I think you should come back because she was a single mom.
Yeah.
And it could have been better. I know she's working. I did ask her if she's working today. It's a good thing because she's writing the whole book about swan and how the swan behaves, and now she puts in it's a good book. But
I would love
very that. Right. We are those women when we have this conversation, like just this morning. I'll give you a little bit. She wants to, oh, mommy, I want this photo from Walgreens. Can you print it up for me? And say, oh, let me do it. That's Thursday night. Oh, I'll do it. To cut the story short, those are just like little moments.
Yeah.
Now, she's like, I'll do it. And like, oh, I didn't do it.
I didn't.
Can you go do it? Yeah, Lisa Wandi. Everything done for Lisa Wandi. I call myself Lisa Wandi because I know at that point, but I can't, right? Because number where we are with the teenagers, it's a conversation.
Yes.
But in the Bashta threat, I can't even do none of those things.
I brought you in, I can take you out.
That's an African one.
But those
I don't have it though.
Yes.
I don't have it.
No, you don't.
Really?
Oh, no, I got it. Even every night they leave, go to school, they don't make their beds.
Mm,
I'm like, and then I can't. I feel like if my bed is not made,
mm.
then the house is all messed up.
You don't start the day. There's no, I can't. It's a mess. Everything
You
is
know,
a
but
mess.
when I say I don't have it, for me, I
Mm.
think I raise care through conversations. So
Ah.
he already knows
Mm.
what to do before I tell him. Like
Yeah.
I always say, I don't put
No,
gas.
Mm.
I don't go grocery shopping. Is the one who does it. You
Yeah.
know, that's all these things because you already know.
You were the educator. You did
Yeah,
that piece
maybe
well.
that part I didn't know I was, but that part I did.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
There are other challenges though. Raising a boy
Mm.
as a single mom,
oh yeah.
sometimes there are certain things that I cannot talk to him about.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but lately he's comfortable talking to me about his personal life, like girlfriends and stuff. You know, who he's looking to date and stuff like that. I love that about it because it tells me so that I can have an input. I tell him that I'll be a listener, but I'm not gonna tell you what to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's personal. I cannot tell you love this one, don't love
Oh,
this one.
loved. Right. Right.
But this is to say, if there are some single young people out there,
Mm.
don't be afraid. You know, don't be afraid. Seek God's guidance
Mm-hmm.
because, like we said, sometimes you are single by default, by accident, or by choice.
Mm-hmm.
If any of these things happen to you, seek God's grace first.
Mm-hmm.
Because regardless of which direction you're gonna go, God is gonna guide you to say, okay, you are not wired
No.
to be single for the rest of your life.
No.
You're gonna break.
Yeah.
You're gonna break in pieces. I have to find you a partner.
Oh no, at some point, no. I feel like at some point God says, okay, we need enough already. 5 years, how fella. You need something. You can't be eating popcorn every day.
That's what I'm saying. So seek God's grace. Speak to Him every day. If you don't know how to pray,
Yeah.
talk to God every day. Talk to Him. Talk. When you're driving, you're taking a shower, just say, God, I'm here. Tell me, what did I do wrong today? So I can do that. You know, He shows you.
He shows you. He shows you. But also, you're not. One thing I had to learn was I'm not alone. There are people who are waiting to stand in the gap.
Yes.
Yes.
For us, I think one thing about single mothers, because we are so used to doing it all, to getting it done, we forget to ask.
Yes.
Or to look around and say, and yet there are people who I
help
conversation up with, people who are close to me, and they're like, but you never asked.
You never asked. Yes.
And the moment I asked, the pouring in of people who are willing to stand in that space,
the gap,
incredible.
I'm telling you.
Ask, don't be afraid to ask for help. There's nothing, it's not a weakness, or it's not a failure.
And sometimes it's not even asking.
Yeah.
It's okay to share your struggles with
It's
somebody.
okay to be honest
Because
about
when
what
you
you're going
share
through.
your struggles, you might just share with somebody who went through exactly what you're going through, and you exactly how to get out of that.
Right.
So if you keep it to yourself, trust me, you're gonna be a very ugly,
very
mean.
Very bitter.
Yes, everything is just going to be like so difficult for you to process because we're harboring so much hurt and so much hate. Hurt and hate together. Those two cannot be in the same time. So feel free to share. Find somebody who's older than you.
That's what I was trying to say. Find somebody, find your community. I have support system. In my journey, I wasn't alone. Besides me saying, oh, because I'm single. No, I'm not going to say. God knows He sent me good friends, good sister. I have sisterhoods in it.
Yeah.
I have people who say, I got you, Winnie. Oh, Rafik is in school, I got you. Aisha's in school, I got you. Oh, they're going to a party, I got you. We're going to church, I got you. I have friends we call, we pray, we fast. I have a great community. I have father figures in my kids, my friends who they call uncles, and it's just amazing. They pour in, they come in, they take them, they talk to him. Even when Rafika, I remember he was 9, he used to sit down every time he was peeing, and Uncle Billy came in one day. Why you can't punch you win? I'm like, what do you want me to do? If I soon they finish, yeah, win him one. I'm like, and then he said, oh, this is what it's supposed to be. And I was so amazed. I didn't even care because I just used to sit down like we sit down. Like,
when you train, it's what the same thing with me. Like you do what you do, you sit down. And similar story. My one of my boys in 3rd grade came to me and he's like, "Mommy, I don't want to pee on the potty anymore." Like, what do you mean you don't want to pee? He's like, I want to stand like the other boys at school.
And then you're like, where have I been?
Where have I been? And then, okay, I would like to see, how do I model for you what's like?
It's funny because it happened. And then when he told me that, and then Uncle came in and he's like, okay, this is what you do. You go there. And then Brian stepped in. We're not married, but he's a great father figure to them. I got great role model to him. He's like, oh, about men, this is what men do. Men stand up and they do that. After you stand up, you lift up the pan, you clean it up, and because you have to make sure it's always clean. So like stuff like that, I didn't even know.
Yeah, but I think we also have to acknowledge that there are things, even though we're super women,
we cannot.
There are things that they
need a male
teacher that only a man can teach a boy. I heard something today on because I consume all this stuff, the books, all this stuff on trying to be a better parent. And this boy was talking about how he would walk into a room and his shoulders are slumped and he's looking down and he's walking, and a pastor at work at church told him, when you walk into a room, you look up, you greet people in the eye, and you walk with like that's something that mommy would never. To me, he's just as long as you look clean, you smell good, you look good. There are subtle things that only men can teach them. So finding those role models that you just talked about is so important.
Finding role models.
So easy to find, but if you find them,
No, but the role models could come through our friends, because we do have a good friends that we trust ourselves. Because you know what, you just don't want to throw your kids in the hands of the wrong people. Like for me, I stayed for 5 years because I just didn't want to bring anyone in my life. I wanted to wait. So even if when I put my hands into this person, even when he said, Rafik, did you brush your teeth? Rafik, did you clean? It's always, it's funny because Ron doesn't come here. It's not here every day. But even if he calls right now, say, what is Mr. Rafik doing? Because he call him Mr. Rafik. He says, man, he makes him be a man. When I'm not here, you're the man. Close the door. Make sure you do that. Mr. Rafik, how come you didn't do homework? He has a male coming speaking to him. It's different. Besides me talking, because me like
they respond differently to a male.
For real,
a male's voice or tone or whatever it is that somehow males have that I can't seem to replicate.
Yeah, true, very true. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is those people that are watching. Don't look down on single mothers. Do not label them. Do not call them names. It's hard as is to be a single mom and walk around in a world full of, and the ones who are married, who have double, parents and stuff like that. Some of them don't make it easy for single moms, because the moment you are around them, they start bragging about what's going on good in their house. My husband. You have to be mindful.
No, we're happy for them, but you have to be mindful.
Yes, you have to be mindful for that other person who's exactly the opposite of you. Not because you are sympathizing with them. It's just Ubuntu, just being human.
Yeah.
It's not right for you to think because she's a single mom, and some are either threatened by the looks of a single mom when they walk in a place where there's
it's your chin too.
Do something to them. They don't understand that most single women, when they see a married couple that they look up to, in their heart they're saying, oh, I'm so happy for them.
Oh
Maybe
yes.
something like that is gonna happen to me. That's
And
what
be happy for your friends too, single mom.
I'm thinking.
Extremely, yes.
I'm
You know,
happy for
don't always.
all my friends who are married, and most of my friends who are married with their husband, they've been the number one supporter. Their husband and them. All my
Yes.
friends, kudos to you. You know yourselves. I'm
Mm.
thankful for you and your husband, just for your letting your husband either picking me and my kids up, or either talking to me, either just being in my kids' life. Even when we come to your house, welcoming us with your husband, because I'm a single mom and you'll come us for these past years. It's thank you, because it's not easy. Just like, okay, she's single, but she's coming with the kids, but you guys, you're always involved in my kids' life. Thank you. You know yourselves. Thank you to your husbands, because they've been
There
there.
are some amazing men out there,
Oh
men
my gosh.
Yes.
who recognize that there's a gap there, and
Yeah.
their
Yes.
partners also allow them to embrace all of
Yes.
these.
Yes.
Yes.
To have had people like that in my life, and it makes such a difference. You know?
It
I'll
does
say
make a
before I go,
difference.
because we have a gala. So my co-founder Malita Mbewe and her husband, I've known her for a long time, and then for the last 5 years before I had Ryan, I've been doing the galas. Every time we went for AIDS walk, every time we did the gala, it was so cute. If you see the photos, he's always in the middle. So he holds me my waist, he holds me my, he holds my it's a little shorter than me, but I like the fact he was holding me so tight all this time. The first time he met Ryan, he spoke to him, man. So what's up? He talked to him, man. So what's up? She's a good woman. She is lovely. I just don't want her to get hurt. And then I was like, oh, I was like, yeah, that's my brother, bro. That's my
A brother from another mother, right?
and it's just like knowing like he's a man, and he knows that my sister's single, and now he has this person. He was able to step up because he knows he was stepping into the gap. So if you're gonna be in this gap, do it well.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's you're true. You just like Chiku said, if there's a man, if there are men out there want to be in any of these kids' lives, you know, pick up a single mother, you to know them, like, you know, what can I do if it's a boy who plays soccer, like Winnie's situation, and you are available that time.
Yeah.
Give Winnie a break. You say, Winnie, this Saturday, sleep in.
Yes.
I'm gonna take Rafik to go and play soccer, and then
Right. I'll drop him
you
back.
know what? I'll take him for breakfast after that. Then
Yeah.
I'll drop him off. There's nothing wrong with you doing that. You're always asking, "What can I do?"
Right.
You're now throwing the cards on the table.
Small things like pick him up on your way, take him for the haircut or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Do that. There's nothing. If it's a woman, and you know that you have a very good foundation, you're married with children, and everything is going well, and then on a Saturday you have grown kids and not available. Tell Chiku, hey Chiku, this weekend I'm not doing anything. I'll come to your house.
Right.
I'll sit in your house with the kids. You
Right.
go and grocery shopping without them.
Right.
Or go to the mall without
Or
them.
just take a long nap.
Take a long
Oh
nap.
my god, that nap.
You know?
We need that.
Yeah.
We need that, but you have to come through wholeheartedly with no malice, because that's not what we're looking for.
No.
Yes.
Just think, if you're looking for something to do,
Yeah.
be a what do they call them? A support system for
Yeah.
a young boy or a young girl, whichever way direction you want to do. But
Yeah.
just support people that really need that support. Those who don't want, pat them on the shoulder and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
good, I'm with you."
And you know, for me,
You want to talk about our famous, sorry, Chico.
yeah, no, please.
Famous Miss Madonna.
Oh, yes.
Mm.
So Madonna has been a single mom, I think. Allegedly, she's been a single mom for 14 years,
Almost okay.
almost all her life.
Mm.
But you know what? Even her being a celebrity, guess what she says? She
Mm.
says single parenthood is not easy. I wouldn't wish it for my worst enemy, because whether you do good, somebody has something to say. Whether you do bad, somebody has something to say. You know what? If they have something to say, that's their problem. I'll
Yeah.
do it with my children.
I'll do it, my yeah.
Mr. Raj.
Oh, Mr. Raj.
know her. Wow,
You
there's
see,
so many.
yes, Mr. Raj. I love this woman.
Mm-hmm.
Love, love. I've watched almost all her movies, and she's good in every character. Give her like a monster, she'll do it. Give her a sweet person, she'll do it. But she's also a single mom who also says the same thing. Like, parenting is not easy. We might just, you might see me looking all good with my. It's the same thing we're talking about. Outside looks so poised and stuff like that.
Meanwhile, underneath the water,
Oh,
flapping.
Like, down, you
All
know.
poised, but the feet are just.
It's okay to pat us on the shoulder and say, "Hey,
Yeah.
be good." I drink red wine.
Yes.
Once in a while, I drink red wine. Maybe once a week.
Mm.
If you know I love red wine, just get it and say,
Bring
"Malake,
the bottle.
Malake, I brought you
Pause.
a bottle of wine.
for
I
real.
brought you a bottle of wine so you can chill." Something like that. My son doesn't drink, so it's okay. I can drink whilst we're watching a movie. He's fine with that. But my point is, look out for people around you in your community. That's leadership. Leadership doesn't mean you have to be a member of an association or a group or an organization. You can just be part of the community. When you see something that's bothering you, when you see something that's urging, like you want to say something, say something. I love the way you carry yourself with your kids. You're doing good, Mama. That will go a long way.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh
Those are
well,
my last words.
Thank you.
we've come to almost an hour.
Oh wow! Already.
No, can you believe? But we have to come back for part 2.
I tell you.
And you know what would be amazing is to hear there. So I heard a statistic that 1 in 6 children in America is being raised in a single family home, and
Yeah,
80% of those are women. But there's a 20% who are men who
Men, so we
probably
should be-
have.
it'll be nice.
It'll be wonderful to bring a man in and hear his perspective.
Yes, I think
Bingo.
Miss Chiku, you're gonna have to come back. We have to find one
I
man.
will. I
We're
absolutely.
gonna have to find
See
a
how
man.
it is. Yes.
I
If
know.
we find one, they'll feel so cramped for 3 women.
And we
So
got 2. Yeah.
2 men
You
and
know what?
3 women will be good.
You should just right now as we speak, if you're a man who's single out there and you want to come to our show and join us for part 2, please be part of it, part of this community. Because listen, we are not here because we want to be here, because God said we're strong enough to do this job.
Yes,
Don't
and
feel
take
like you are
consent.
by yourself. Yeah, like listen.
Please take consent from your baby mama. We don't want anyone coming
No,
here.
no, like we're not here to bash. My
No. I'm just saying they have to take consent to say, I'm going on the show, if they do have the complicated stuff in their life. But if you don't have any of that, you just want to be part of us, feel free.
Love to hear your voice.
And then you can only talk about your singleness if you're being healed. You need
Yes.
to heal yourself.
Yes.
Be healed, guys. It's not easy. Don't jump from here to another. You're just making it worse for you.
Absolutely. Yeah.
If you are a single person today or it happened today in any circumstances, take your time, heal.
Yeah.
Ask God to intervene. Ask God to lead you, give you wisdom, strength. You can't do this life without Him. You will see how you're gonna come out like a wreck. Like you know how this big what's the big truck, the white truck that's in Zambia goes.
Oh, the big tank, the tanker thing.
You come like a big tank walking around Zambia. I don't know what that tank is all about. But
It's keeping people busy.
that's what I'm saying. You're gonna come out so strong. You're gonna keep people busy, and they won't even know what's inside you. That tank, we don't know what's inside, but people are like, "Oh, the tank! Oh, the tank!" You're gonna be that strong person because nothing will come through you. Nothing will throw you that you will not do it. You are there because God said you can do the job.
Absolutely.
God doesn't employ anyone.
I know. Miss Chiku, your last words?
I'm grateful again to be here. Last words to the ladies. It is challenging, but it is difficult, and it is okay to not be perfect. And it's okay to let the balls drop.
Yes.
Yes.
Get it wrong, you pick up and
You
you
pick
try
them up
again.
as you go. Absolutely. Yeah. Anyway, we've come to the end of the show. This was an Insaka Talk Show, you guys. Happy Sunday. We love you all. We hope to see you again next Sunday. Shalom.
Shalom.
Bye.